with me here. What about that? I mean, I was feeling a bit dizzy looking down, but how's it going so far now?
Felix has now just gone supersonic. This is the moment that Felix has broken the sound barrier. He'll stay supersonic for about 20 seconds, and then he'll start beginning to feel the Earth's atmosphere. No one knows what effect this will have on him, so it'll be all ears at Mission Control. You can see the looks of concern and anxiety.
He appears to be spinning a little bit in that last picture, which obviously is a sign of...
He is spinning. That is a worry, hence the anxious faces. Look to see if the drogue parachute comes out. Felix is spinning.
Now he's stabilising a bit there, which is...
That's right.
Fantastic.
If Felix did spin out of control to an extent that it was a danger, the drogue parachute would come out and set him straight. By now he should start slowing down. And now he's back in familiar territory.
So you think he'll have reached around about 690 miles an hour, Mach 1, breaking the speed of sound?
Now that's a critical moment. Felix is back in familiar territory. There are his friends, family, his mum and dad are there, his girlfriends are there. They obviously feel that Felix is past the worst. Now, the only thing to wait for is that no one has fallen faster than Felix has fallen. Will his chute work? That's the moment that we've been waiting for. We won't know that for another 3 minutes. The free fall time is estimated to be 5.5 minutes. Let's see what Joe is saying.
So 2 minutes.
Keep talking, Felix, keep talking.
Still can't quite make that out, but reassuring to hear his voice. And you can see how he's in control there. That's showing you the supply of oxygen in his oxygen bottles.
Yes, Felix, I hear you. Go ahead. Roger, go ahead. Go ahead, Felix, I hear you. Go ahead.
I have been following speed for a long time. Sounds like I have to pass out. For some reason. Let me start speed now. Otherwise,
Felix, you're really stable. You've fallen 3.5 minutes.
Difficult to make out what he's saying, but it's great news that he is talking.
He is talking. There is something that he's unhappy about. He's worried about not being stable. There are some concerned expressions on his face, on the faces of people at Mission Control. What we're waiting for is the chute to deploy. I think Joe is telling him, not far to go, Felix, not far to go.
They couldn't deploy it for him, could they?
No, there's an automatic reserve chute which will deploy if Felix doesn't deploy the chute himself. But just look at that clock. We're waiting to see what happens at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. After that, we all hope it'll be plain sailing. But anxious moments until that happens.
There's the chute. There's the chute.
So the chute is open now.
It's open earlier than I expected. I wonder if that's because Felix was feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Right, but only 20 seconds earlier than you were saying. So in that sense, he's pretty much according to the scheme of things.
And we heard the cheers at Mission Control. Yeah. Obviously, parachuting isn't entirely safe, but considering what he's done, he's overcome the major obstacles. It looks like Felix Baumgartner is set to break 4 world records: the highest balloonist, the longest free fall, the furthest free fall, and these records have to be checked. We expect that he's broken the sound barrier.
Extraordinary. Let's just see if they're back in communication again now.
There's
The wind is out of the north at 5 to 10. Out of the north at 5 to 10. And you can contact Mike Todd
safely
on this frequency. Give Mike Todd a call.
Safely down to earth.
That's his note.
Felix, the wind's out of the north, 5 to 10. Give Mike
laid
Todd a call on
Tears
his
of joy
frequency, over.
from Mission Control.
His mother was in tears a few
Felix
moments
now-
ago. It'll be tears of joy in another couple of minutes, I hope.
Can you imagine what she's feeling? Obviously, she looks relieved, but I'm sure she's extremely proud.
So we're now at 6,000 feet.
So 6,000 feet is really well on the way to completing this
He's
task.
nearly home. You
Yeah.
can see from the look on his mum's face that the worst he'll get, fingers crossed, is a twisted ankle at this stage. But Ava was very anxious about this. She's had a son that was a base jumper, has been doing this all his life, but this was different. You know, so many things could have gone wrong. But now, having lived through this for a few years, you saw the relief on
Oh,
her face.
tangible relief. And these pictures now, of course, on great quality, and it's just looks serene sailing, doesn't it?
This is the moment that Felix has worked for. Let's listen to the conversation.
Out of the east.
On your Felix, we're coming your way, bud. Hurry up, I need clearance. Hurry up.
Coaching her.
And Joe Kittinger, his partner in all this, must be a very proud man as well.
He is. He's like a father to Felix. They've been on this journey for more than 5 years. And they're actually quite different people. Joe Kittinger was a test pilot, a military man. Felix Baumgartner was a young base jumper, quite different characters. But they've got one thing in common, being prepared to take this kind of risk. Look at Felix there, just sailing through the air.
Let's listen into it, because I think the audio quality will be improving every foot that he's dropping.
Just 5,000 feet now, so really nearing the altitude out there. I'm not sure of the altitude of the ground.
Hey, don't come clear, guys. Don't come fucking clear.
So Felix is steering himself to the designated landing site. This area was chosen because of the lack of buildings, the open space. Helicopters are on their way to that site. They'll check him out, pick him up, and then bring him back to mission control for what will presumably be a hero's welcome.
We wanted to smoke so we could see the wind direction.
Hey, Felix, the wind is coming from the ridge. The wind is coming from the ridge. No, towards the ridge.
Art
Sorry.
Thompson,
The wind
the
is coming
technical
towards
director
the ridge.
of the Red Bull Status Program, telling him that
Felix,
the
they're
wind was
steering,
coming
take account
from
of
the
the wind
direction of that
direction.
ridge I was talking about.
See one of the helicopters
Yes.
there, yes.
So he certainly got the highest jump mark that he was after.
As he's going
find
down
out
the
about the
last
hot-
few hundred feet, is this one of the most extraordinary things I've seen? Is it one of the most extraordinary achievements, personal endeavour achievements you've seen?
I certainly have. And then his touchdown, look at those scenes.
Down on his knees. What a shot.